Imagine this. Right now, thousands of satellites are orbiting above your head, from Starlink to GPS and even spy satellites. Want to know exactly where they are, which one's snapping a photo of your house, or which one's beaming internet to your phone? Well, you didn't have to guess anymore. In this video, we're diving into a useful website to explore the real-time world of satellites, live on a 3D Earth. Ready? Let's begin. Before, I want you to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support motivates us to create more engaging videos. Thank you so much. Alright, the website we're dealing with is the SatelliteMap.space. To access the website, you can use the provided link in the description. Just click the link and you'll be directed there. Otherwise, Google the SatelliteMap.space to find the website. As you can see, this is the website and all those yellow dots are satellites. This website has 4 sections which I'll try to explain each one. The first and the important one is the upper toolbar. In the constellation section, you can enable and explore different satellite groups. All the satellites are organized into categories, so you can easily select and view any group you'd like to. The categories are as follows. First, Internet satellites. This includes various satellites like Starlink, Kuiper, OneWeb, and other similar networks. By selecting any of these groups, only the satellites from that group will be displayed on the map. For example, these are Starlink satellites. Let me change it to Kuiper. If you notice, you can see them surrounding the Earth, and if I click on one of them, the orbit that the satellite circles and its point of view are shown. Let me click on this. And this too. As you can see, the orbits and the points of view are shown. Okay, we have OneWeb too. Let me clear the selected satellites. Alright, this is the distribution of OneWeb satellites. These satellites are in different orbits and altitudes to avoid any collide. So if you pay attention, they are a little away from the Earth. There are other internet satellites too that you can enable and see for yourself. There are also the cellular-related satellites like Iridium Next, Global Star, and 2 other ones. Next to the cellular, we have the positioning satellites, GPS, GLONASS, and such. I click GPS. Okay, you can see the GPS satellites. They are positioned far away from the Earth rather than the others, due to the factors such as communication, a large point of view, atmospheric debris, and such. Alright, next we have the Earth imaging satellites. I'll click on the first one. By clicking on each, we can see their POV and orbit. Let me do some changes and turn the rotation off. Okay, as you can see, this is the area that the satellite is taking images of. It's the same with other satellites too. You can select other imaging satellites and zoom to your area of interest to see which satellites are currently taking images. Alright, next we have the weather satellites, but here we only have the Spire. I click on a few of them just to show you. There are also science-related ones, which include scientific and research satellites, such as those for meteorology, environmental monitoring, and space research. By clicking on any of these scientific satellites, their orbital paths and the area they are currently monitoring or imaging on Earth will be shown on the map. Finally, there are IoT ones, which I'll leave this to you. If you pay attention, we have a Finder option here. This option helps you search for any satellite by entering its name or identification code. For example, I choose Starlink. And you can see some info about the Starlink satellites. Alright, next to constellation, there's the type section. Here you can select a specific category of satellites such as communication, weather, military, etc. to display only that type. For example, all the global positioning satellites will be shown. There are also other sections that you can explore, such as the visualizer, which allows you to load, clear, and more. You can also make bookmarks, perform calculations, log into your account, access settings, and view information among other features. At the bottom of the page, you'll find a set of useful tools. The first option is the location selector, which you can click on any point on Earth to center the map there. The next option is label, which when turned on, displays the name of each satellite on the map. If I zoom a little, you'll see the labels. The next one is coordinates, which lets you show or hide the coordinate grid on the globe. The next option is borders, which lets you show or hide country borders on the globe. As you can see, clicking on any satellite shows its full details and the coverage or field of view on Earth. Next is Earth surface, which allows you to switch between a realistic satellite imagery view of Earth and the current simplified display. The next option is Earth rotation, which when enabled, automatically rotates the globe. You can set the speed to slow, medium, or fast. The next one is sky display, which when turned on, shows a realistic starry background. Otherwise, the background remains plain black. The next option is lighting, which when enabled, shows realistic sunlight effects on Earth. Next is clouds. The next option is full Earth view, which lets you adjust the perspective, either from the satellite's viewpoint, closer to the Earth, or from a higher altitude. And the next option is train, which when enabled, connects satellites in a group like Starlink in orbital formation, shows them as a train. And finally, we have this FPS control, which gives smoother moves with the need for higher hardware usage and vice versa. On the right side of the screen, there's also a legend panel that displays different satellite types with color coding and provides a brief description for each. The legend has been categorized and you can display each one. Now, if I select a few satellites, the selected satellites panel is displayed. Here we have the list of the selected satellites. By clicking on it, we'll be zoomed in on that. And that's it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If so, energize us with your like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Until next one, be safe.